Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Robert with Berkshire Hathaway. I'm back with another video. Today I want to go over the pros and cons of living in Arizona. So sit back, relax, and let's jump into it. So the first con to living in Arizona is, of course, you might be able to guess it, but it is the heat. Here in Arizona in the summer, it can get extremely hot, probably around 115 plus some days. Most of the time, people aren't outside when it's 100 plus out. But definitely you want to keep that in mind when you're moving here, just because a lot of people don't understand how hot it is, how like you could literally cook an egg on the sidewalk. That's how hot it is here. So I definitely would warn you, when you're moving here, just be careful. Make sure you bring lots of sunscreen, water, a hat, make sure you wear that type of stuff, but always keep water on you. No matter where you go, you don't want to be stranded without water. That's a big no-no here. Or if you were to go hiking in the summertime, definitely suggest going early in the morning. Never go hiking like midday. That's probably the worst thing you can do. So that's the first negative, the Arizona heat. If you're gonna move here, try move here during the winter time, so you can kind of skip the heat moving here in the summertime. But that's the first negative, is the heat. Okay, so the second negative is the transportation, or commute time. So for your necessities such as grocery stores, gas stations, or little stuff like that, you won't have a problem. You can probably find that within 1 mile to 5 miles of where you live. But if you want to explore around Arizona, such as if you live in Chandler but want to go down to Scottsdale, that might take you around 20 to 30 minutes, or if there's traffic, it could be longer. So that's just something to keep in mind. Or if you were to live in Tempe, for example, it's a lot more kind of congested around the ASU area, Arizona State University area. It can get a little congested around there. So that's the kind of only negative. There's certain parts of Arizona that can get a little congested, or it's spread out. So you kind of have to spend a little more time in your car to get to different places. But overall, your necessity needs will always be within 1 mile to 5 miles of where you live. Okay, so the third negative would be bugs. So you might be wondering, well, what type of bugs do we get out here in Arizona? And the only one that you really got to be cautious about is scorpions. So a lot of homeowners out here will run into the issue of scorpions. So I definitely recommend that you guys get a good pest control company who comes out and sprays around your house, and treats it, just so you don't run into the issue of having scorpions in your house. I know of a lot of people who have that issue, so they definitely hire someone out. They'll come spray, or they put these kind of like sticky pads down, and the scorpions will stick to them if they were to walk on them. So that's just something to keep in mind, is Arizona does have a lot of scorpions, and if you do move here, you're probably going to run into one. So I'm just warning you now. So just keep that in the back of your head, that there are scorpions. Now we do have some other bugs like crickets or cockroaches, stuff like that, but you don't really see those as much as scorpions. You'll see a scorpion more than those. Snakes, you don't really see much of snakes unless you live where the landscape is very desert, or maybe if you're up in the mountains, something like that. But the bug to watch out for is scorpions. So now it's time for the good stuff. So what are the pros to living in Arizona? The first pro is that we don't have any snow here. So I know a lot of people from the Midwest, or you might live in a state where it snows, move here to Arizona and end up loving it, just because we don't have snow in the wintertime. But if you do miss it, you can always go up to Flagstaff, which is about 2-3 hours from Phoenix. And we have snow up north, so it's the best of both worlds here in Arizona. You don't have to wake up in the morning in the wintertime and go scrape the snow off your car, or you don't have to worry about blizzards or none of that. Arizona has decent weather. We have pretty good weather here, except for those 2 months, 3 months in the summertime where it gets extremely hot. You can expect good weather, you know, most of the time, all year round. You can do things all year round. Really the only thing we get here in Arizona would be like dust storms in the monsoon seasons, but other than that, we don't really get that much. We don't get tornadoes or anything like that. So that's the first plus to moving here, is we don't really have snow except for up north. So the third plus to living here in Arizona is our parks and outdoors. So we have a ton of hiking trails, a ton of parks, dog parks, water parks. It can go on and on and on. So I definitely recommend, if you're moving here, to go check out, you know, if you have a dog or two. Alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're considering about moving to Arizona, please contact me down below in the description. My phone number and email are there. Please reach out with any questions you have. My team and I are top producers here in Arizona. We would love to help you find your dream home here, or help make your move super smooth and easy. Let us take all the stress off your plate. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.